thank you so much again for coming out, and I really appreciate the opportunity to continue to address you about the issues that are before us. I want to first say thank you to the ministers and the lay folks and the community residents that are standing here right now. Obviously, there's a great mixture of folks that are from different backgrounds here in the city of South Bend that are before you. I first want to obviously make sure that we examine the surroundings right now as it relates to the city of South Bend and the legacy that the current administration has laid out for us. The legacy is one of a dark legacy as we're looking right now and standing in front of a vacant lot that obviously is not secured, used to hold a home. Obviously there's individuals that live in the home. You also will see throughout this entire neighborhood the same sort of picture as it relates to demolition and vacant homes. Our mayor, the current mayor, has always continued to talk about 1,000 houses, 1,000 days. I've addressed over 800 plus homes, and we can grow from this. You can't grow from demolishing homes. And if you will pay attention to the dynamics of this community in this area, you will notice during the school day and school hours before and after school, no children are walking home from Kennedy Elementary School. That is a huge issue as it relates to the city of South Bend and how these neighborhoods can and will not be able to develop if you do not have life in them. Our current administration has failed multiple times as it relates to making sure development happens in this area and many areas throughout the entire city. Our community, our city is only as strong as its weakest neighborhood. And as you see, this is pretty weak and this is pretty disgusting. We're calling for more investment, economic development in these particular areas. We're calling for better and stronger leadership in this area. We are calling for a better mayor on tomorrow, which is May 5th in 2015. We will see a better and new South Bend in the city of South Bend. We're going to make sure the residents and taxpayers of this community get what they deserve. And what they deserve is not things like this. What they deserve, they do not deserve a wrecking ball coming through their neighborhood. What they do not deserve is poor treatment of an administration that continues to walk around with blinders on and with earplugs in his ears. And so I thank you so much again for coming out and participating in this press conference. I want to engage you in more conversation if possible, but if not, please look around. Please look around, make sure your pictures are representative of what the conditions of the city of South Bend is. 30% poverty rate, 75% of our kids are on free reduced lunch. Crime happens every single day in this community, and it has been turned off by the administration as if just something happens. It's just not something's happening. People are affected by and also are impacted by the poor decisions that this current administration has continued to make. Thank you so much again, and if you have questions, I'm willing to take them.
How can this change? How can you do this?
How can this change? First of all, when we do take down houses, we need to be able to secure this area. Obviously, there's a really bad look as it relates to knocking a home down. You got bricks, you got bottles. Children, people can walk through here and obviously get hurt. That's number one. Number two, development can be an afterthought. Development has always been looked upon as an afterthought with 1,000 houses in 1,000 days. We need a plan to make sure that we are restoring or reintroducing new housing to this area. We can't do it with community gardens and neighborhood parks as what they were talking about. We need to make sure that the tax dollars that are being spent wisely to develop and redevelop neighborhoods, because if it's not happening over here, the tax burden on the east side of the river is going to be a lot higher.
Henry, the Republican candidate came out the other day in a news conference and made mention that the current administration has several people under state and federal investigation right now, and the head of the Democratic Party came out and said that those investigations have amounted to nothing. What do you know, or what's your opinion on that situation?
Well, because they're currently still being investigated. But the bad part about it is that they are being investigated. Something has gone wrong. And when you have Indiana State Police investigating you or someone in your organization or your corporation, chances are that you've probably done something that was illegal. We obviously just have to be patient and wait for the findings to come out, and just be patient.
Obviously, the mayor's position is one of the higher positions in our city.
Yes.
But it seems the most heated race is the clerk's race between Karima Fowler and Derek Dieter. Do you have any opinions on why the current mayor and the former mayor and governor and the money guys would be pouring all their money into the campaign for this clerk's race.
There's a misdirection. They want us to talk about the clerk's race and not pay attention to the mayor's race. The clerk's office is a secretarial role of the city government. Has no vote, has no authority in what direction the city is going to go. There's a misdirection. So when you have a mayor that has been incompetent, obviously non-transparent, and has been at best impotent in his leadership role, you want to make sure that he's not talking, not defending his record, and that he doesn't have to have so much of a spotlight on him. And so it's just a misdirection and making sure that people believe that the clerk's race has that much authority in which it doesn't.